you came in. So I want a man that's a leader and just owns the room when he comes in.
So same thing here. She
So if y'all haven't seen this one already, I know I played it yesterday. Die, you familiar with it? But everybody popped their balloon because he was bald head and he had a calm voice,
soft spoken.
and he didn't seem assertive. He didn't seem like he was confident. It felt like that he could run over him. So that's what we are here.
Type.
Yeah, she's very pretty.
And I love it. I love the fact that we was able to see something phenomenal for a chance, because we always see toxic shit. So I love the fact that they were smiling and they were asking the right questions. It was a beautiful experience. I got no complaint about that.
I thought it was so adorable. She was adorable. I like how she shot her shot in the end and he already had the plan. I hated that girl's outfit, the one that had the green thing and the push-up bra. I just kept saying it was so distracting. Like, what do you have on? What is going on here? What is happening? But yeah, other than that, it was so cute. I like that.
She had shoes to match the green on too, Ty.
It did. She did.
Yeah,
At
she had
least
some
she
lime
tied
green.
it in, but what is she? Well, like, what are you wearing? Pull your
The
shirt
black threw it
down,
off
or
bad.
yeah, pull it. It's like, is the shirt supposed to stay up there? I know I'm off topic,
She,
but
she
I thought
uh
it was adorable.
I was watching this dude that was reacting to her channel. He looked up her Instagram. She's a fashion designer, so she's wild and all. Now, if you look at her Instagram, she had better outfits on her Instagram.
Why didn't she wear one?
I don't know. I said the same thing. I
You
don't
know
know.
what's wild?
It
That's
do the
complimented her
outfit didn't do
outfit
the woman
though.
no justice, man. But
At all. That was
you know how you know how them creatives are, man. They go out there and wear any old goddamn
You
thing.
know, a lot of the men complimented her though. They all kept saying, "I really love your outfit."
I
Like,
bet
I
they did.
really love it.
I
I
bet
bet they
they
did.
did.
Like, it is like
You
about
had
to
that
pop
outfit.
out.
You had that
Probably was
same outfit on when I
homosexuals.
met you, Di. That was the same outfit you had on when we met
I
you.
did not have on those colors. Don't do that.
It was the
She
same
didn't have
outfit.
on those colors, but she did have the
Thank
little
you.
bustier thing on. My thing
Yeah.
was one or
Don't
the
try
other.
to.
She could have did the bustier thing if she wanted to, but not the little green thing on
It's
top.
how
It
she
just
put
looked
that together.
unfinished.
Don't. My outfit was fire. I still got the pictures. You finna
Someone,
have me send them
I
to
someone
All
me
right,
mean,
said,
so
real quick.
if y'all
all right,
keep it real, y'all never hear men really diss women on that show. They
yes, you
always
do.
say they look
All the
nice,
time.
and it's just
No, I've heard it.
Yes, you do. All the time.
Shoot, the Ninja
all the
Turtle
time.
dude
You
went
hear
out
them
I've
and
diss
dissed
heard it
him.
a
women.
few times of men dissing
Wait,
women
wait,
on
you
that
hear
show.
them diss women on that show all the time?
Yes, a
Yeah.
few times.
all right. So like I played that clip because I just wanted to see if you guys noticed anything else besides the outfits. I mean, she did. One of the things that they was talking about was the guy's confidence, but I guess she wasn't concerned about his confidence. She
I
was
like
probably,
men like that.
yeah, she was
So
probably looking past it. So that brings me to the compatibility aspect of it. Um, she also says she's in the military, and he's a truck driver, which means that they're both busy, which it probably works. So when we think about the conversations that we have about who's working, I honestly believe that when you have a man that's busy, he probably wouldn't mind a woman that has some things going on because she's not nagging him. And then whenever they come together, they come together. But if she got her own thing going on while he's running whatever he runs, then they may be a little bit more compatible. And that was an example that we saw there. We also saw a woman shooting her shot as well. You know, she seen something that she liked and she wasn't afraid to approach. Whereas we hear a lot of people say, "Well, he got to come chase me." So that's a conversation as well too. And then it brings me to the like equally yoked aspect of it. The whole compatibility, equally yoked. It seems to be subjective to some people, but I do think we can pull some conversations from that. She also mentioned how she hasn't dated. So she hasn't had that experience. So whatever guy she meets, he has the opportunity to give her an experience. Well, some of her first experiences versus someone that's well traveled and been around and done everything.
wait, this woman, Marcus, this woman ain't damaged. You know why? Because she's choosing not to participate in certain things. She's choosing not to let the guys with all the charisma just jump into between her legs, right? She's specifically saying, I want to experience these things with my guy. I'm pretty sure at this point in her life, enough guys have approached her to want to do all the things that she has refrained from doing.
Oh yeah, so Will, look, I watched that. Me and my wife watched this last night, right? And initially, I heard it framed as though she had saved herself for marriage. He asked her about vacation. She was framing it in regards to she had not been on vacation with nobody else. I think that's an important distinction between the two. The other thing is, if she wouldn't have upright chose him, he was going by himself because most of those women felt he was unconfident and he didn't get what he wanted. What that looked like to me is he had to take whatever he could get. And I think she was a beautiful woman and I think it was all good. But let's say that's not his type. But he didn't even know how to get to the one he wanted. That's the type of shit that be happening when you got to he was so passive that he had to let whatever was going to happen to him. He didn't initiate any of that shit. And that's fine. I don't got no problem with no woman shooting no shot. None at all.
How do we know that he was passive though?
That's what the people said.
He just spoke, Swinny, he spoke passively like his, okay, so from what Via said, his shoulders wasn't back. He wasn't projecting his voice. He was fidgety. He said those things showed that he lacked confidence and passive. But
yeah, but that wasn't
what Marcus,
obviously,
was just saying, when you build yourself to attract majority of women, you end up getting majority of problems. Like one girl on there said, I don't feel like I want to date you because I feel like I will walk over you. If he didn't present himself as is, he would have probably ended up getting a woman. Like she said, I have to walk on you. He's the type of man who don't seem like he wants to have to tame a woman. He don't seem like a man who wants to go through with the rah-rah. You know what I'm saying? I feel like when you be yourself, you let people eliminate themselves. And that's the best thing to do, is to let people eliminate themselves. Stop trying to convince everybody you're the one. Be you. And when the one meets you, she's going to submit to you. When they stop trying to make all men to be one thing, to be so this, instead of, because we women are different. We're different. We all don't come in the same shape or form. So by him just being himself, they eliminated themselves. And even though all of them was his options, he got the one just for him.
And I will say this: when you looked at all their Instagrams, except for the one that he picked, all of them was some firecrackers. Every last one of their Instagrams was.
And I would say this to Big Dog's point. He only needed one. And he carried himself the way he did. And he got one. He could have popped her balloon with that. And that goes back to our point. You don't have to try to appeal to all the women to get married. You just need to get it right one damn time. That's it. Get it right one time. And he can be himself. He don't have to put his shoulder back and practice some shit in the mirror that he watched on the video. He can just be himself and he can walk away with a woman that obviously she seemed like she was from face value, looked like she was a decent woman, modest. She never did all this stuff or whatever she said she did. She was in the military. She was saving herself for her guy or whatever. Like, I think
he is the average of the guys we were talking about when y'all say guys are just trying to smash. He is more the average of the guys, black men in America, more so than y'all talking about the dogmatic ones.
No, that ain't true.
He's not even
okay. So I wasn't necessarily
show.
speaking to whether he was just trying to smash or not. That's still on the table.
Well,
because once they go on the first date, we don't know. We don't know that he's going to come into the situation trying to knock her up after the date. So that conversation is still on the table.
It is.
Or that dilemma is still on the table.
But we know he's going to want to have sex with her, right? I mean, you're not coming on a dating show to be a girl's friend. So sex is obviously something.
We actually don't know.
Well, sure. You a horn dog. I hope
we don't know he's going to want to have sex.
Your wife
the probability tells us he will, but
that's all you
why
think
am I a horn dog? Like, where did you get I'm a horn dog?
Because let me explain why. Because everything that they talked about did not exude sex. It exuded.
Are you paying attention to the conversation?
Well,
no, because
but you say I know that he gonna want to smash after this date. He's a timid guy. He's not even going to initiate sex. And she said,
"Do you not realize Bruiser is the one that brought that up?"
Okay, well, listen, I
No,
want to
no, no.
comment.
Are you paying attention to the
I'm commenting
conversation?
on what you said. You said after the day he's gonna
He
want
did no.
So
Bruiser
I
did
said,
bring that up. Will actually said the opposite.
okay, whatever. The point of the
Can,
matter.
can you give him credit for that and say, my bad, I thought you said.
I don't think. I just heard him say that after the date he's gonna.
You didn't hear me say anything.
You didn't
You
say
ain't
that.
paying attention.
Okay.
She heard what they're saying is Darwin made the point, like, do y'all think he gonna want to smash after the date? And Will, you did respond, yeah, he definitely gonna want to
You
smash.
did say that. So let me go ahead. It don't even
So
matter.
I'm the horn dog because I'm telling Bruiser this man is definitely probably wants to have sex with a woman he just matched.
No,
with.
I didn't agree with that. I'm not saying I'm backing up that point.
I don't think I asked that question. I said that issue was still on the table.
Okay, but listen, I just want to say that this type of guy is the marriage type, and that says a lot. I think he's a marriage type because he allowed her to speak. He didn't
H2O.
He didn't
Beverages can only be H2O when you're on these shows.
Wait, what?
Okay, I don't like. I can't
Hold
even
on. Let's just let finish. Go ahead, Ali, and finish.
I just want to say that this is the type of man that will actually court a woman and will actually listen to her. And it spoke volumes that I think they were all black. All those black women popped their balloons. But then I've seen on the show where they kept the balloons if the guy has a big chain, if he has on designer Dior or Louis Vuitton, they're keeping their balloon. But a guy like him who allows women to speak, who is, like just chill, allowing his woman to lead the way, or the women that he's interested in, like, okay, and then answering a question, his balloon gets popped. And that speaks to why in our culture, that type of guy is not chosen. That's sad. That's a real sad show to see all those women say he's too timid. But then when a guy's too loud and he beating your ass, then you crying. Like, which one is it? I don't get it. The culture is kind of mixed up. That was a marriage type. I would have.
Why you have to go that far, man? Like, I don't think most of the men on that come on that show with confidence got the mind of, I'm about to whoop these chicks' ass.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that if a man is dominant, if he's flashy, if that means that he likes attention. I get
that, but why did you take it to beating ass?
No, I'm saying that in our community, let's be honest, domestic violence happens a lot.
Yeah, but it's not like most men ain't putting paws on women.
I never said that. I said that if you pay attention, I said it's a shame that women don't go after men that are laid back, chill, that probably won't put their hands on them. They would prefer the flashy type, the guy who needs to be seen, and the guy who's loud. And he probably will give,
Are you saying the image entails whether a man is abusive?
Dude, let's have a higher level intellectual conversation.
I think that's a genuine question. You said
I'm
based on his
saying what I'm saying, and you should listen. I'm saying that it's a shame that all those black women popped their balloon on an average nice black man. But if he was a rapper like Future, they would have their balloons because they stand in line for men who are flashy, men who are loud, and men who don't really want their ass. But this
what if I told you that there was a man who came?
Why you let this go on, Jay?
Hold on, real quick. What if I told you that there was a man?
Human and I'm on a panel and I can speak.
What if I told you there was a man who came off of a?
Go ahead, Mr. Darwin.
Ali, what if I told you there was a man that dressed the way you described? Chains, grill, everything, and came out of the helicopter on the Pop the Balloon show, and one of the women popped the balloon.
Every last one of them.
The moment he came in,
we're talking. Let's go to a higher level conversation. Let's not be specific about this show. I'm talking about our community. We promote men who are players, who flashy. We don't promote guys like that are average guys that have an average job that could actually pay your bills. That are, like, baby, I got the bills. The hardworking men that our grandfathers were, when they had to still boots on every day, going to work and paying that mortgage.
Ali,
Y'all-
would you,